Welcome back to Half-Life. We're still chasing the helicopter. Or is it chasing us? We'll see soon enough. Well, what happened just yesterday, essentially, for me, is that I've learned some new facts, or at least circumstances. So, at some point, hey, wait, I made it to the ridge. And I'm gonna keep stay on the ridge. Fuck. Well, there goes that supply box. And knowing my luck, I probably actually did miss either armor or health. That is to say something useful, because I really wouldn't need pistol or submachine gun ammo. But yeah, probably not that lucky. There's supposed to be G-Man sighting here, I think, but I missed it. Maybe you didn't. So good for you, maybe. Right, so the circumstances I've learned, right in on this catwalk there. The circumstances I've learned very recently is that I said Epstein killed himself, cause what I knew about that would be enough to support my hypothesis. And my hypothesis is that he killed himself to avoid repercussions from other inmates. But what I've learned is that there was lots. Oh, wonder why was I lifted up? Is it because of the bugs in the engine? Well, probably. But the circumstances I've learned were very. How should I say it? The circumstances that took place or were present. Ah, shit. Didn't kill the enemies again. Shit. Alright, listen. There's only so much I can do. Or at least only so fast I can accelerate in a given time or at a given distance. So we're gonna have to do it the slow way. Yes, I'm still talking about the dude that two people I walked out of the boat to shoot. Right, so the circumstances were such that it would be very convenient for him to kill himself, and it's very inconvenient for him to know about all the circumstances that would allow him to commit suicide. But it would be very convenient for someone else to assassinate him in that window of time. So the things that I learned makes it so that puzzle. Not only is there there's a railing. Can we just skip the whole thing? Can I fit a boat through here? Probably the idea is that I cannot, but I'm gonna try walking around. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna fucking try. I've never done that, so I'm gonna try. Oh shit. He managed to squeeze a mine through the roof. Yeah. Right, there's some health, so I'm gonna use that, because why not? And armor. Oh, amazing. There it is. No more health. Ah, bummer. Right. So supposedly you ought to use the puzzle to get through, but I'm gonna try with the boat. I'm gonna try to just squeeze it through here. Oh yes, amazing, fantastic. Why would I bother then? Silly me. Well, you learn something every day, don't you? Well, you don't. You're just a Philistine idiot without access to knowledge. Unlike me, who've learned about new circumstances about Epstein's death. And I'm having problems making it through and not dying on this chimney. I don't know how to deal with this. So sometimes, a few times I managed to just go under it before it collapsed. I managed to get myself wedged between the chimney and the ground and die. And lately I just am not managing to clear the chimney. And it gets me... Oh, well, I was supposed to go through the drain or Well, not turn anyway. And I do get to... I'm not managing to clear the chimney. Or is it smokestack? What's the difference? It's all chimneys anyway. And there we go, we lose the helicopter now. I'm not managing to clear the chimney before it collapses. And now and then at that point I'm looking for some sort of exit, like an idiot. You can pick up this box with your boat, which is convenient, right? But the joke is that if you get out and try to walk up to it, there's gonna be a zombie spawning. Yeah, like that. Clever bastards, aren't they? Why are you creating ambushes? You're a fucking zombie. It's not that there is a phenomenon of undeath with this, it's just parasitic control or anything like that. Like, it happens in actual nature, but there's a commentary, so let's do the puzzle and then we're gonna listen to... That will give me, maybe that will give me time to explain myself more. Right, what was I talking about? Circumstances? No. Fuck me. I always forget. I'm so creative that my mind wanders off and it never can go back to where it was. Not in time, anyway. Lost the chopper, cleared the chimney. Oh, right, don't do that yet. Clear the chimney, I'm not managing that. So yeah, let's get to the circumstances that absolve... Yeah, I've almost gone through it, but I'm gonna finish it off after this.
Source's physics system was, in many ways, at the core of Half-Life 2. It was one of the first times a dynamic physics simulation was used in a video game on such a large scale. It was important not only that objects would topple correctly when knocked into, or fall properly when dropped, but that each object made the appropriate sounds when hit with a crowbar or dragged along a wall. It was important that each object had an appropriate amount of weight, and would do the proper amount of damage when whipped against the player or another NPC. The goal was to make the physics system seem so natural and complete that it wasn't something that the players would even notice. It would just be part of the game's world.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, the greatest detail is the one you don't notice. How horrid. I've been over this at some point. And then, oh yeah, so I think the idea here is that you find those cinder blocks lying around, thinking that will be enough to topple the thing off, because there is a handbrake that stops this lift off. I mean, well, stops this... Ah, fantastic. Cart from going down. And you're supposed to... Ah, come on now. Shit, man. Now I'm stuck. There we go. You find all these objects thinking there'll be enough to weigh the lift. Oh shit, don't fall down. Again, that will make you struggle again. All these objects are supposed to be enough to hold the cart down for you to use as a ramp. And keep the plank, the board, this thing over there lifted, so you can reuse it as a ramp to ramp off and go. But it isn't, so then you have to look around the environment and find an entire washing machine to weigh it down, and then it's enough. Right. So the circumstances, well, I'm not gonna go over the circumstances, but that really says, well, the circumstances make it so that it's very easy for him to be assassinated instead of for him to know about them and then commit suicide. So yeah, I'm convinced, like, this convinces me enough to abandon my previous hypothesis and move over to the more more...
Hey, you're Freeman, aren't you?
Yes.
I wouldn't believe it if I couldn't see with my own eyes. Dr. Gordon Freeman himself.
Talking hands? Why are you doing this? Yeah, everyone... Let's not find a word for it, let's just describe it.
Combine picks us up. Pull out.
Oh yeah, of course.
Better hurry. Gotta tear down this camp and get out of here.
It's already torn down.
To the free man.
Hello. Right, don't get into the dialogue with me yet. Yeah, everyone thinks that Epstein didn't commit suicide. He was assassinated or murdered. And yeah, just like everyone else, I'm now convinced, or convinced enough, that it wasn't suicide. That the circumstances was enough for him to not commit suicide, but to be murdered. So I retract what I said, that it's that based on what I knew, it was enough for him. That based on what I knew, it was suicide anyway. Yeah, it might not have been. It's fine. So what's in the game? What's happening in the game? I don't know. Let's talk to the NPCs. Maybe they'll have some
Show you what you're up against.
insight. Yeah. Well, talk. You brought me in here. You don't want to rape me, do you? If rape is on the menu, I'd rather be raped by her. Yeah,
This
let's.
here's the dam. It's just up ahead. Eli's hideout is here, a stone's throw from the apron and nestled in the old hydro plant. But getting there, with that hunter chopper on your ass, next to impossible. Good news is, the Vortigaunt's working his magic on your airboat, so you'll have a little more firepower going forward. I think he's just finishing up now. Go on out.
Right, so this place, the map has a big lens. What's it called? Magnifying glass. That you can't really move around, but they could, if they were animated to do so. And the phrase, stone's throw, that's known to me, but from the apron, I didn't hear about that ever before. That woman just stood here and blocked me off so I don't run. I think it was a setup for rape. But unfortunately for them, it turns out that I've got a crowbar to defend myself with, and also 357 Magnum. So that might have cooled their heads down. And yeah, we can hear the Vortigaunt magic being worked. Could have heard it start in the middle of him talking. And yeah, that bossy dude. Come on in, I'll show you what you're up against. You're up against the road, I guess. Right, this is what you're up against. Now get out. And he throws us out. If only he could. If only we weren't armed. Yeah, and so there's that. And this outpost is pretty much just this power generator. That's all you really need to bring with you when you're running away. Maybe the cart, maybe the engine, and maybe the Vortigaunt.
That gun came off one of the same hunter choppers that you're up against. I always like to bring a little irony to a firefight.
I'm sure you always have the chance.
Get that chopper down, and you should be able to tear on through to Eli's place.
The freeman will accept this weapon or suffer greatly on the road ahead.
You know, theoretically we cannot not accept the rifle, but we can, or machine gun, but we can try not to use it and see what happens.
Freeman. I can see Eli was right about you.
Of course, we know each other for a while. That I'm prophesized, I guess.
Farewell, Dr. Freeman.
Yes.
Get going, Doc. We've got to break camp.
Don't break your neck, though. Bringing iron into the fight.
Let's get
I'm
moving
sure-
on. We gotta clear out before they target us.
Sure. I'm sure you always take
Get
the
going, Doc. We gotta break camp.
appropriate amount of time to find a way to bring some iron into the firefight, and it never held you back from winning.
We remember the freeman. We are coterminous.
Right. We are what?
There is no distance between us. No false veils of time or space may intervene.
I think there's only one dude that voices all the Vortigaunts.
I can
I'm
see
talking
Eli
to
was right.
aliens. This is important. Haven't you seen The Arrival?
We see you still in Black Mesa. Clearly we see you in the Nayland's chamber.
Yeah, there's one guy voicing all the Vortigaunts, I think. But they usually don't have this weird speech pattern on top of being voiced by one dude.
We bear witness to the bright eternity of the Nayland's demise. You leap, you fall, we see you flash between the barriers.
Yes.
For a brief time you joined us, you are one between the worlds.
You read your lines wrong, man.
Communion of the vortessence, and that other, a deeper mystery, no deeper than the void itself.
I would like to learn how to cast magic like Vortigons do. Apparently it's possible since they can do it. And in this universe,
We cannot forget those whose cords you cut. Forgiveness is not ours to bestow.
are we talking about those who I killed? The Vortigons I killed? Well, they were trying to kill me. What was I supposed to do? Learn their physiognomy and disable the shackles?
Unity of purpose, the shattering of common shackles, a single road we tread.
Sure is.
The song we sing and shall sing for eternity, no matter the consequences of this struggle. You have brought us grief and jubilation beyond measure. We are there still in observance of your final stroke.
He might be holding a grudge against the Half-Life 1.
While our only scattered at your feet, you severed the vocal cord that bound the nailings to life and to us.
Yes, you should be grateful instead.
That sharp spur of hope has not dulled to this day. For once the lesser master lay defeated, we knew the greater must also fall in time. With you besides us, a talisman of victory, the day of freedom draws nigh.
Right, the Nyland was the lesser master and the company is the greater. I'm pretty sure. I'm talking to the alien still.
Your bright face obscures your darker mask.
Oh, that's foreboding.
We call you Sib, although your mind and meaning are a mystery to us.
Sib, as in sibling.
Far distant eyes look out through yours. Something secret steers us both. We shall not name it.
You shall not, meaning you know what it is, but you're not gonna say what it is? That's just rude. Also, I'm just standing here talking to the Vortigon because I like his lines. I don't know if you do. If you don't, you know, there's the door.
We have endured these chafing bonds for eons, yet a single moment of further servitude seems intolerable. How often have we slipped our yoke only to find it choking us again?
Slipped our yoke? You mean the thing in the shackles, right? Not the part of the egg.
Let this war end in either total victory or our extinction. No further compromise shall we allow.
Yes, I do too say that compromise is no victory at all. If you have to compromise, what kind of victory is this? You're not getting what you want, that's not a victory.
We take our stand beside you here upon this miserable rock.
Yes, because you have no other way, you can't return to wherever you came from.
Talk for the moment.
Only the moment. Fortunately, I've got the flashlight.
What seems to you a sacrifice is merely to us an oscillation. We do not fear the interval of dark.
Yeah, of course. Would you see as sacrifice if you were to put the life of Alex Vance or your friends like Eli Vance and Isaac Clarke on the line for the victory? For us, it's mere oscillation. We're not friends with them, we don't care.
We are a tapestry woven of vortessence. It is the same for you if only you would see it.
What stops me from seeing it?
How many are there in you? Whose hopes and dreams do you encompass?
You count for one at least, I guess.
Could you but see the eyes inside your own, the minds in your mind, you would see how much we share.
Possibly.
We are you, free men, and you are us. Our finest poet describes it thus. Galamba Galilaba.
Get going, Dr. Freddie.
You heard him. I'm not gonna repeat that. You better have caught it the first time around.
This is more than anyone can bear, but we will persevere.
I wonder if there's actually meaning behind
Cause seems
that
hopeless.
poet. Jeez, I really hope there is the end of his lines.
And to what end?
To the end. To the void.
Our life is worthless unless spent on freedom. We have survived worse across the
You
ages.
know, to me, Gold Cage sounds more appealing than Death.
We have lost all dear
Live to fight
us.
another day.
We shall prevail.
Right.
This is more than anyone can bear, but we will persevere.
That sounds familiar. I think we're starting to loop on the
Shall
lines.
prevail.
Get going, Dr. Freeman. See Eli was right about you.
Our cause seems hopeless.
Yeah, that'll be enough. That'll be it. Right, I hope you're as happy about this as I am. Was I supposed to? No, it's fine. She'll do it. For freedom, Vortigern. Right, so look at all these things we've got now. A flashlight, or just a headlamp. An assault submachine, well, fuck. Rifle, assault rifle, machine gun. And immediately some targets to try it on. Barnacles, well, that's gonna be as much as we're gonna have. So what? We're trying to avoid the problems this time? Because what would happen if we actually didn't use the rifle? The machine gun. Let's give it a 5 minutes. I'm trying to be quiet for you to enjoy the music, as I do. Shit. Dead. That's enough. This time I'm running away. I could be shooting those missiles down, like this. But the point was I'm not gonna be shooting anything. I will accept this rifle or I will face something. Yeah, see, we can kill those without effort. Or doing anything that would require shooting. That's what I wanted to say. These people, yeah, just have oh, hey, wait, hold on, shit. There is armor there. I could have just got out and charred up my suit. Too late now. Well, it's technically not too late, I think. Well, it might be too late. There's oftentimes when you're allowed to just return to when the levels are strung together naturally, let's say, where you're able to go back. This dude was just shooting the tires in front of him again, just like the dude at the dam, at the other dam, where there was. I could be shooting this dude down and the truck would fall down, but I didn't, because we were pretending that we actually did not accept the gift. Because we're free, and we may not. Well, that didn't go the way I wanted. But anyway. Shit, pity, because that ruined my hit points. Again, this place is coded the same way with the zombie, I think. And I'm not talking about the zombie. I'm talking about the head crabs, and I'm not gonna be wasting my actual ammo on them, or trying to swing the crowbar on them. So I will take the liberty of using the machine gun on them. Right. So yeah, this was supposed to be a little outpost with climactic? No. Charming. That's dumb. Charming wind chimes, not charms. Yeah. There's the dead dude. Such a pity. Wind chimes to cheer you up. And the whole place. But unfortunately, as we've seen before, it got shelled with head crabs. With head crabs. Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. What's the time? That's time enough. That's time to stop. Just like Frank says, it's time to stop. I'm gonna break this off just to get the dude down, to give him a proper burial. Or just shame him and disrespect his body. Oh hey, he dropped down already. Or is that a different dude? I think it's a different dude. Hey, what's your name? Stop resisting. Is it a different dude or not? I gotta climb the little outpost house. Outhouse. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, an outhouse. I gotta climb the outhouse. Outhouse. Up. Well, there's something going on with the ladders lately. Was there a patch that fixed something? Alright, this dude, get down, get down. Oh shit. Well, I can shoot this, and that will get him down. Alright then, enjoy this scenery of people dead, aliens trying to assault you, and water being dried. Or at least the canals being dried of water. Right, yeah. Either way, subscribe, because I need more, and so do you. And that would make me, or let me, do it more often. I could focus on it. If only I knew someone watches. Come watch.